Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Bear Math Channel, and we're really happy you're able to join us today as we study some of our foundational elements in algebra. We're going to look at what are variables and what are expressions today. Maybe you're sitting at the kitchen table, getting a little frustrated with an assignment you brought home from school, and hopefully within the next 10 minutes, we're going to help you feel a lot more confident to tackle that bear. So scrolling down, what exactly is a variable? Really, all a variable is a letter we could use to represent a number. So maybe we've got, let's go purple here, eh? So maybe you have an expression like 4 times x, and you could let x be anything you want it to be. Maybe you substitute a 2 or a 5 or a -8, really anything you want. So maybe you said, hey, I want to let x equal 2. Well, all we do is replace this x with a 2. 4 times 2 makes 8. There's your new answer. And then you could change your mind and say, I don't want x to be 2. Maybe I want it to be a 5. So you could come back and replace that x with a 5. 4 times 5 makes 20. All right, that leads us to our next definition. What exactly is an algebraic expression? All it is it's an expression that combines some numbers with some variables using the big four operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So what do those examples look like? Well, maybe you've got something like 4 plus x. There's an expression. Or you could use subtraction, or you could use multiplication, or you could use division. These are all excellent examples of some algebraic expressions that you may encounter. Now, specifically, we like to classify those algebraic expressions depending on how many terms they consist of. If they consist of maybe 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, or even more, you could see some real crazy bears. But basically, a term could consist of a single number, a single variable, which are possible, but more likely it's going to be a combination of the two. So if you have the product of a number and a variable together, that makes a single term. All right, let's see. We're going to classify the 3 most frequent cases we run into. Let's see. So what is a monomial? It's a monomial is any polynomial that consists of one single term. And some examples could be just a 4, just an x. It could be 4 times x. It could be 4 times x squared. It could be 4 times x squared times another variable y. These are all examples of monomials. Basically, here's a ninja secret. If there's no plus signs or minus signs, then it's a monomial. Okay, let's talk binomials now. It's going to consist of 2 terms. Could be something like 4 plus x. So 4 is your first term, x is your second term. Or maybe it could be 4 minus x squared, first term, second term. Or again, you could get crazy. Maybe it's like a 4x plus a 2y. So you got first term, second term. Basically, every time you see a plus sign or a minus sign, you're thinking, beep, new term. All right. Now, a trinomial consists of 3 terms. It could be a classic x squared plus 3x minus 4. So you got 1, 2, 3 terms. Or maybe it's y to the 4th plus 2xy minus 5x cubed. So you got your first, second, third term. Okay, the last definition that we're going to try to tackle today anyway is what is a coefficient? Basically, it's the single number that's in front of or to the left of the variable. It's usually to the left. And basically, it's whatever's multiplying that variable. So let's consider a couple of examples there. If I had the expression 4 times x, 4 is my coefficient. Or if I had the expression -6x squared, then -6 is considered my coefficient. All right. Determine whether the following expressions are monomials, meaning they have 1 term, binomials, meaning they have 2 terms, or a trinomial, meaning they have 3 terms. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. Boom, we got ourselves a trinomial. Okay, number 2 is maybe the trickiest one. It's got a little bear trap in it. So it's 4 times x squared times y. Those are just products. And so together, this is one single term, making it a monomial. Sometimes you're tempted, you're saying, well, I see an x and a y, so it's got to be a binomial. Well, not so fast, my friend. Basically, if all you see is multiplication, it's got to be a monomial. All right, number 3, 6 times x times y make one term, plus 10 makes the second term. This is a binomial. 3x to the fourth is one term, minus 5x squared y is the second term, plus 8z to the fifth is my third term. We've got ourselves a trinomial. We're going to close today's video by practicing evaluating some expressions by replacing the variables with a specific number. So in this first case, we want to replace this a with a 4, and we want to replace this b right here with a 3. Now, just to be on the safe side, and this is something that'll probably pay off more down the road, more so than in this video, but every time I make a replacement, I want to do parentheses. So this b is going to get replaced with a 3, and then I've got my squared on the outside, minus 2, and then we'll replace this a with a 4 in parentheses. Now we're going to do our order of operations, so we'll take care of our exponents first. 3 squared makes 9, 2 times 4 makes 8. Moving from left to right, 9 minus 8 makes 1. 1 plus 6 makes 7. There's our final answer. And I bet you're probably allowed to use your calculator to check that answer. All right, closing things up tonight. And feel free to try this one on your own if you want to test it on some scrap paper and then come back and check your answer with mine. I'm going to replace this s right here with an 8. And I'm going to replace this t right here with a 20. So I'm going to rewrite it as 1/2. Replace the s with an 8, replace the t with a 20, and moving, I'm going to take care of my multiplication first. So 1/2 times 8 makes 4. 4 plus 20 makes 24, minus 1 makes 23. There's my final answer. Hey, I hope you found something in the video that was helpful tonight. If it made you feel a little bit more confident, feel more prepared for your next assignment, please hit subscribe below or add some comments and maybe give us some tips on how to make this video just a little bit better to help you out just a little more. Have a great night and good luck.